And Miles, I mean, yeah, I don't know why anybody would be surprised with Miles' ability. I mean, having been in the division and played against Miles when he was in Philadelphia, you talk about a guy that's a home run threat. You talk about a guy that's got incredible, just ability to hurt you running, catching the ball out of the backfield, all that stuff. Very smart, very bright. All the backs have been that way. But I'd be remiss if I didn't mention they're both the right type of guy. They both fit into what we're trying to build as a culture from a work ethic standpoint. They both bring veteran leadership, a little bit different. Miles is a little older than Kyer, but Kyer's, father, played, so he understands the life of professional football. And so two very exciting guys that we've added to the roster.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. Right back. Like I never left, man. Hope y'all feeling good. I have been better. I am under the weather, but we going to fight through it. This is my flu game. So although it don't look like I'm sick, I feel terrible. We going to fight through it. Listen, if you cartel, you already know you family. But if you're new here and you like the content, hit the subscribe button. Join the team. It's that simple. Now, let's talk about OTAs today. Before I get off into it, shout out to Tommy Yarsh, shout out to Nick Harris, shout out to John Machota, shout out to Patrick Nosey Walker and Clarence Hill and everybody else, Joseph Hoyt. Everybody that's covering OTAs, I appreciate y'all because y'all getting us the information that we can't get. We can't get in there. So listen, I just want to give y'all a quick recap of things I've been hearing, some little notes and stuff like that. But first and foremost, George Pickens' number, man. I know it's been George Pickens' number gate, and it's been a big deal. Listen, I know what we want George to wear. George wore 1 at Georgia, 13 for the Steelers, and we want George to get what he wants because we feel like George that dude, and he is that dude. But this is my thought process on it. George Pickens came in. He probably had a plethora of numbers to pick from. He ended up with number 3, and I like the whole Pickens thing where they put the 3 as the E. I think that's kind of fire. But apparently him and Dante Fowler swap numbers, 3 and 13. I'm good with it. If George is good with it, I am fine with it. I'm hoping that George is happy. He looked fire in the 3. I think the 3 looks good on him. And I'm just going to roll with it. I don't want to make a big deal out of something that I don't think he's making a big deal out of. That's just me. I understand we want him to have a fire number because we think he's about to go crazy and the jerseys matter. But he looked good in 3. So I'm going to just roll with it. If they had him out there in 51, I'd be like, all right, man, they ain't right. But 3 is fire. I know Cooks had 3 and it's like, but a lot of the times the players make the numbers. I'm going to be real with you. I wasn't even a big 11 fan. I didn't think 11 was that crazy of a number. Micah made that number. I was never a big fan of the number 4. Like, I wasn't like, yo, that's you got to get that. Dak made that number. Players can make their numbers. George Pickens go crazy. We're going to love the number 3. It's going to be fire, but it's up to him to go ball. Now, let's talk about some of these notes. These are coming from Nick Harris specifically. Just small things. CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. Micah was in the building today. He did not participate. CeeDee Lamb was at practice. He was in all of the huddles and stuff, but he didn't physically participate. Jalen Tolbert out there still trying to get some work. I'm hearing that Dak was targeting Pickens a lot today. I like to hear that. I think Dak went, like 8 for 14. He had his best efficiency in the red zone, so he's getting his feet up under him. I like that. Let me give some props to Joe Milton, man. Joe Milton apparently is out there doing this thing, turning some heads. He had a 44-yard bomb to Jalen Brooks down the right sideline on a free play. He did have a pick 6. It happens. I think Dak threw an interception too this camp. I think it's just camp. We're not about to start keeping camp stats. That's for another team to do. But I do like to hear when players are making good strides. It's not even camp yet. It's OTAs. So let's temper a lot of this stuff. We're just talking about good things we hear as we build momentum. This new energy that the team is bringing, I like it. So I'm rolling with it. Jaden Blue got a good amount of burn with the second team, but this is what I've been hearing. As much as we want Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa to take the league by storm, I'm hearing Javonte Williams is getting most of the reps, and I keep hearing, which is why he's in the middle of the thumbnail, that Miles Sanders has some burst still. Seriously. This is when you would show your speed in OTAs, shorts and T-shirts. But I keep hearing that he got some burst still. And let's not act like Miles Sanders, he's not 31. I think he's like 27, 28, 27-ish. You can still have some burst still. The thing that Miles Sanders, I think, was dealing with was lack of wanting to play because he was in a place that he knew they wasn't going to win. Let's not act like where you play can't affect your emotions. Look at just the difference between, I ain't going to say his name because y'all going to lose your mind. But look at how good a player can look, like a Zach Bond or somebody can go from the Saints to the Eagles and just look like a totally different player. I think Miles Sanders might have a little juice left. If I'm going to lean on the reporting that I've been hearing, I can't wait to see it, though. I want to see some of the bursts. I don't want to just hear it written. I don't think there's collusion that make Miles Sanders great. I still want another veteran running back. I do. But I think they're going to give these running backs a chance. That's what I've been hearing. I think they're going to let the running backs get to camp and show themselves before they choose to go otherwise. So Miles Sanders is looking good. I think that's great. So temper your expectations on Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa right now. We're going to see. Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker both injured. I've been hearing, that's another person on the thumbnail, Wanye Thomas been getting a lot of run with the ones at safety. But this is the thing I think is dope. This is the thing I think that's really, really dope. Wanye Thomas has been getting a lot of run in the nickel, playing the slot. And that might be the key. We might need to talk about this further in another video. But Wanye Thomas, somebody that we've been championing for years, can't even talk. I think he might be the key to this defense earlier in the year if we don't bring in a veteran. Yes, I still want Gilmore. Don't ask me. Yes. But if Wanye can play in the slot, Deron Bland, we can play outside. All we would need is for Kyer Elam to step up, or Israel Mukuamu to step up, who's also been getting some run out there. Izzy got some burn on the outside corner that we've seen. So we're trying to figure out this corner room. That's the thing I want y'all to know. Everyone's getting Bland's inside, Bland's playing outside. Wanya's getting some snaps inside. I've heard Izzy got some snaps inside. He also got some snaps outside. We're trying to literally look at all the corner options. Kalen Carson's the name I want to hear more. I haven't heard enough. I want to hear some more Kalen Carson's number, but I haven't heard. Like I said, I continue to like what I see from Miles Sanders. He looks super fresh, like rejuvenated. I love that. Shamar James and Andrew Booth were birthed in the rehab group. Shamar James I'm not too happy about because that's one of our youngins, but get right. Andrew Booth, you can go home. Also, I love that they said that Trayshawn Holden was looking good, so that's dope. That's really, really dope. Let's also go look at what John Machota said. One of the things that stood out to me, Sam Williams starting to get into individual drills and not just the rehab group. That's a good sign. I can't wait to see Sam Williams get out there, man. Sam Williams getting a chance to do individual drills, it's pointing up. He had a brace on, but it's pointing up. I like that. I like that type of a situation. Demarion Overshown out there still rehabbing, moving around way better than he probably should be. At this stage, you would think that we would be more worried about him and having a knee brace on him. He out there, I think Demarion Overshown is Wolverine. We're going to do a video on that. That boy he different. I will say this. Another thing I've been hearing. Apparently, Tyler Smith is taking on the leadership role that Zach Martin left behind. This is fire to me. Losing Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, you want to know who's going to take that leadership role. And I know Tyler Booker has leadership capabilities. Cooper Beebe is a monster. But to hear Tyler Smith really take an onus on that, y'all know how good Tyler Smith, I'm talking about all-pro Tyler Smith, best guard in football. To take that whole line under his wing, right when Zach Martin retires, is perfect. You want to have some leadership. So I love that. I'm excited about that. No question. I told you about Wanye Thomas in the slot. I think that that's fire. And my dog, Sam Williams. What else did I want to cover today? Also, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been loving to hear y'all saw Schottenheimer in the beginning of the video. Loving the optimism and the culture that Schottenheimer is bringing. He commands a room. Mike McCarthy didn't command the room like that to me. I don't know what it was, and he was bursting watermelons, and I don't want to just downplay Mike McCarthy. Like I used to call him Money Mike because I felt like that Super Bowl experience would rub off on the team. It just didn't. Maybe he caught lightning in the bottle. Maybe it was more Aaron Rodgers than that. I don't know. I do think he had a lot to do with that championship. But my point is this. I don't think he connected with our players or commanded the room. And I've heard multiple Cowboys legends from Michael Irvin to others saying that the energy in the whole building feels different. That's why I played that clip in the beginning. It just feels different. If you can't feel it, you don't want to feel it. You don't want to see it. You don't want the Cowboys to succeed. I love the energy. I want it to continue. We still got rookie minicamp coming up. I think OTAs are done. Or mandatory minicamp. My fault. Rookie minicamp happened already. Mandatory minicamp. And then I think we'll be heading on to the drought. But it's all good, man. I just like all of the signs are pointing up. This is all the information I've gathered as of today. There will be more information as the reporters put out stuff as it comes in. It don't all come out immediately, but right now I'm loving what I'm hearing. Wyatt Thomas stuff, I've been waiting, so I'm excited about that. Miles Sanders, I'm surprised. I just want to see it. Before I get too hyped, I want to see it. Javonte Williams, I want to see it. I don't want to get too hyped yet. And that'd be perfect because I don't want to put the entire running game on the shoulders of Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa. I don't even feel like that's fair. They might be great, but I don't feel like it's fair. I would love to have a rounded out room with 2 veterans, 2 rookies. That'd be fire. And what does that leave? Hunter Lipke, I think he's safe because of his position he plays. He plays like an H-back hybrid. As far as Deuce, that's a conversation for another day. But look, I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. Yeah, I'm liking the new energy. If you like the energy, hit the subscribe button. I holla.